Hi, this is Ms. Delore, and I'm here to help you with your lesson for Chapter 12 of The Hobbit. So let's get started. We're going to start with characterization and point of view, mirror, mirror. Think of the image that looks back at you when you look in a mirror. It looks just like you, but it is also your exact opposite. Complete the thoughts below to show who is most alike and most unlike each other in the novel. So number one is who possesses a trait that is most similar to each other. And it says Thorin and Smaug are both. Now, in order to do this, you have to think of a personality trait that they have that is similar to each other. I do not want physical traits. I want personality traits. For an example, I'm going to use Bilbo and Balin. Okay? Bilbo and Balin are both brave because they are both willing to go into the dungeon of the mountain, even though they think that a dragon is in there. Notice that when I said the because they, I didn't just say because they are, or I didn't give just a small little explanation. I gave a full explanation on why they are both brave. So that's very important that you include that information in this paper. Provide evidence to support your point. Summarize a scene or use a quotation that shows this trait in each character. Thorin's scene or quotation, Smaug's scene or quotation. Now, when it comes to the quotations, I do want an actual sentence from chapter 12. Not from other chapters. I know that there's a lot of information in other chapters and everything, but I do want your quotations to come from chapter 12. So, in whichever personality trait Thorin and Smaug share, make sure you have a sentence that proves that Thorin has that trait and a sentence that shows that Smaug has that trait from chapter 12. Number 2, who possesses a trait that is the exact opposite of the main character? And once again, I've included the characters for you. Bilbo is blank, while Smaug is blank. As a result of this, blank. Now, I'm going to use another example in order to help you out. So then that way you understand this. And I'm going to use Bilbo and Thorin. Okay? Bilbo is brave while Thorin is self-centered. Okay? As a result of this, now here's where it becomes. As a result of this, Bilbo is willing to go down into the dungeon the dungeon or the Lonely Mountain, sorry, is willing to go down into the Lonely Mountain to search around, while Thorin stays above and it just encourages the Hobbit to go. Notice how I used both of them. I used both Bilbo and Thorin. So it's very important that you realize that I used both in order to show as a result of this. Provide evidence to support your point. Summarize a scene or use a quotation that shows this trait in each character. Bilbo's scene or quotation, Smaug's scene or quotation. Once again, I want the examples from the book that you use to come from chapter 12. They must come from chapter 12. Now we'll do plot and structure, storyboard a scene. And this is kind of fun. You can have a lot of fun with this part. When movie directors think about how to film a scene, they often create a storyboard. They draw pictures of key moments in the scene to show how the action progresses within the scene. Do this for an important scene from the novel. You may use a few words in or around each picture, but try to tell the story of the scene mostly through images. Now, I want this scene to come from chapter 12. There are many, many interesting scenes in chapter 12. It's one of my favorite chapters, actually. So you should use chapter 12, not another chapter. And you must use all 6 boxes. I'm going to use a previous scene in order to explain how to do this. So, for example, I'm going to use the scene where Bilbo rescues the dwarves from Mirkwood and is able to ship them down the river. Okay, so in my first box, I might draw a scene of him sneaking around the dungeon. In my second box, I might have the scene of him stealing the keys from the butler. In the third box, I might have him stuffing those dwarves into those barrels. In the fourth scene, I might have him clinging to the barrel because remember, while the dwarves were in the barrels, he himself couldn't get in one and he had to cling to the outside of it. Number 5, the barrels going down the river. Number 6, I could have the scene of him getting off the barrels in order to steal some food from the river people. Now, here's the thing. Maybe you're not a good artist. That's okay. Neither am I. My stick people look like they're falling all over the place. Okay, you can find pictures from the internet and copy paste. However, they still have to be able to tell the scene. Then at the end, why did you choose this scene? What about the way this scene is written made you feel it was a good one to storyboard? Now with this, I don't want just you to put something like, oh, it was cool, I liked it. I want you to pick specific reasons why you chose this scene. So for example, my him escaping from Mirkwood. I could say I chose this scene because it was important that the dwarves learn to trust more in Bilbo, and also he shows that he's very useful in helping them escape from the Mirkwood. Okay, what about the way the scene is written made you feel it was a good one to storyboard? It had a lot of good action scenes, such as him stealing the key, them floating the barrels down the river, and of course Bilbo clinging on to the barrels. Notice I explained things. I did, and I used specific examples from the scene to do my explanations. I didn't just say, oh, it was cool, I liked it. Yes, of course it was cool. It was an excellent scene. I love that scene. But I need to say more than just, I like it. I need to explain myself. Okay, if you have any questions, don't forget to email me. Try to do your best, and I hopefully will see you soon. Okay, thank you.